If a Victoria mother has her way, smokers will soon have to butt out of playgrounds for months. Amy Bronee has lobbied the Capital Regional District to follow other North American cities and impose a ban on smoking in playgrounds. But convincing politicians hasn't been easy. A News reporter Astrid Brownschmidt explains.
Today, Amy Bronee has time to play with her son at this playground. Unlike a week ago, when she spent her time picking up hundreds of cigarette butts, 302 in 30 minutes to be exact. Since last year, Bronee has pushed the CRD to extend its smoking ban to include playgrounds, but her efforts have stalled.
We're seeing so many other larger municipalities like New York, Los Angeles, Vancouver, Seattle, Toronto go in the direction of making playgrounds smoke-free. It's unfortunate that Victoria, the CRD, isn't able to make children a priority in the same way here.
The chair of the CRD's Finance Committee says at $30,000, it's expensive to create a bylaw.
When you only have a few complaints, it doesn't really warrant undertaking the expense.
He adds that when the issue came before the committee last fall, it was rejected.
The smoking in the playground issue didn't have sufficient medical evidence to warrant undertaking a bylaw process.
John Rand says for anything to change, you'd have to prove to him that smoking a cigarette out here is worse than a child breathing in the exhaust from a passing bus. The health authority's top doctor says he has more than enough evidence.
Depending on wind direction, the number of smokers, the exposure can vary considerably. When kids are playing, how much protection do we want to afford them? It's unacceptable to have needles in those playgrounds. It's unacceptable to have broken glass. The real question is, does tobacco smoke need to be added to that list?
Dr. Stanwyck says yes, and has committed to gauging the public's feelings on the issue. Over the next year, he'll also monitor the anti-smoking strategies in other communities, including Nanaimo, where signs discouraging smoking in playgrounds are already posted. In the meantime, both CRD and VIHA have committed to a public education campaign discouraging smoking in playgrounds. Funding for that could come in the next few months. But for Amy Bronee, who has the support of more than 500 families in the CRD, an all-out ban can't come soon enough.
Public education wasn't deemed sufficient enough to limit smoking in bars and restaurants and outside office buildings and on cafes, so why would it be sufficient to limit smoking around children?
In Victoria, Astrid Brownschmidt, A News.